I do really believe 100% from every part of me that everyone has the capacity to be able to do the things that they want and not to be held back by the mental baggage that's in our head that we want to push through.
Welcome to the Do the Thing podcast. In each episode, we get down and personal with people who go after the things they want to make all their wildest dreams come true. Join us as we unveil and dissect a formula for what it takes to do the thing. Here is your host, Stacey Lauren.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Do the Thing podcast. This is your host, Stacey Lauren. All right, guys. Well, another car episode. I'm actually starting to enjoy these episodes in the car, I think, for a lot of reasons. One is I get to catch my thoughts in a moment of just things that I'm working on and things that I want to do. And then also, I think it helps people see that anyone can start a podcast because I'm literally driving from one destination to another and I'm recording an episode in my car. So there's people sometimes that say they don't have time to do something, but it's just about figuring out a way to make it work. So here's what's coming up. I have had so many people ask me the question of how I've been able to create the Do the Thing community in such a way that helps people support and encourage each other to go after the things that they want to do. And I tell them it's really just me embedding the Do the Thing formula. Anyone can really do it if they understood the formula. So with every challenge that I do, I make sure that I apply the pieces of the formula to it. So with that, whenever I want to do something new, or if I'm struggling with something, I know that all I really need to do is apply the formula to it and I'll be able to do it. And in the last 6 months, I've mentioned this quite a few times. I even did a whole stand-up comedy routine about it, but I've recently gained 15 pounds and I've been working on losing it. And it's not so much about the weight, it's about what the weight means to me. I used to be 70 pounds heavier and I just lived a different life. I wasn't as comfortable in my body. It was hard for me to move. I love hiking. It was hard to hike. Even getting out of bed sometimes was difficult. And so that represented just a whole different life than I'm living now. And so when I gained this 15 pounds, it's been really hard because I'm picturing, I call it future tripping, this version of me that was someone that was not happy in the body that I was in. And so I've been trying all these different things. I've spent $50 here, $100 there, $200 on this other thing. I even spent $5,000 on something else. And through each thing that I've tried just in the last 6 months, I keep failing myself. And I hate using that word, but I keep saying that I'm missing the M in the Do the Thing formula, which is the my people part in I'm game. And it's funny because these things that I've been trying, they each say they have community, but when you actually get down to it, it's not the kind of community that I need in order for me to really do the thing. And maybe there's certain levels of community that you need and certain levels of my people that you need, depending on what it is. But with this weight thing, that has just been, I almost want to use the word devastating, because when you keep not being able to follow through with the things you want, you're letting yourself down over and over again. And that doesn't feel good. And so anyway, that's how I've been feeling with this weight gain. And so I ended up accidentally finding someone new. And that's what I'm talking about today, because I think it's really important for those of you that this might be your first episode. So just to recap the Do the Thing formula without going into great specifics, because I have a lot of podcast episodes that explain it. But basically, it's an acronym and it's I'm game. The I is identify the why, the M in I'm is mindset, the G in game is goals, the A is accountability, the M is my people, and the E is educate. And so I'm always looking for things, especially if I'm doing something new or if I'm going through something difficult, that incorporate the pieces of the formula. But I'm realizing everyone does it differently. And you really have to figure out what your secret sauce is for you to be able to do the thing. And so I realized it when I started working with someone that I just signed up with yesterday. And I can already tell I'm going to finally have the success I want to knock this 15 pounds off. and actually start to follow through with the things that I say I want to do in terms of my fitness goals. And what happened was I met her husband through it's an investment mastermind that I'm in. He's in that too. And we both went to this conference a few months ago. Brian Moran has a yearly conference called CapCon. And Ryan talked about him a lot, her husband being his coach at Superhuman Fathers. And he's got an amazing brand that he's been building for the last few years and has had a lot of success. And so I did a podcast interview with him. It was funny. I ran into him and his wife at the airport, where we didn't really talk much at the event because there's so many people all around. And then at the airport, we met each other and we kind of joked that it was the universe guiding us to meet each other because we didn't meet the whole time. And then all of a sudden we realized we both live in San Diego. And so anyway, my boyfriend and I met him and his wife at the airport as we were leaving. And I interviewed him on the podcast. And I don't even know what happened, but somehow I ended up following him and his wife's podcast. So I don't know how I even got to the podcast because it's really new. It's only got 4 episodes, I think, on it. It's called Power Couple Playbook. And I'm listening to their episodes and I am just drawn in every moment. I was just captivated by them because they talk a lot about health, why it's important, and then also how you don't want to give up on the things that you want and how to not get complacent. And then also to not make excuses for yourself. And so I think it's so easy to play it safe and to be small and keep yourself small. But when you can listen to people that are able to help you expand, I think it really helps you be able to do the thing. And so I just really enjoyed listening to it. I loved hearing their connection. I loved their vulnerability, how they were with each other with their communication. And I feel like there's something really powerful about people that are married that long and they are able to support each other and encourage and uplift and challenge each other too. And so anyway, I was loving their podcast. So then I reached out to Kyle and asked if I could get his wife's info, Whitney. And I ended up talking to her yesterday and I am just in love. I am so happy that I found her. Her brand is Warrior Mom Fitness. And we talked yesterday and just everything she says is so aligned with what I like to do. She even talked about having an in-person retreat last weekend and it went really good. And she was telling me about it. And that's something I have on my list for Do the Thing at some point. So that was kind of cool to get to hear her doing that, which is something I have a dream for. And then I immediately signed up. I at least wanted to try 3 months. The other thing I should mention is I'm in the middle of planning the Get Fit Challenge. And that's been something I've been waiting till I could get myself really on track before I ran this challenge, because I am getting myself with experts. So I feel comfortable with being able to run the challenge. And I know it's all about the accountability and then the My People component, but I really wanted to make sure I was on a good track and in good momentum for me to be able to really give everyone what they needed the most during this challenge to be able to do the thing, which is get fit. If you think about it, you guys, what is more important than anything in this world? Really, it's getting fit, right? And it's being in the best version of our bodies that we can be in. Because if we're wanting to live till 90, 100, and we want to actually be able to do the most that we can with our body, I think that this is a huge way for us to be able to do the things that we want, is to feel the best about ourselves and to be able to not have any limitations when it comes to the things that we're doing. And so anyway, we got to talk yesterday, signed up immediately. And then today I realized I was home because she posted in the group about me joining and welcoming me along. And guess what happened? Every single person in her community welcomed me and really wished me success. And that is freaking My People, you guys. That is what My People looks like. I felt so welcomed. I felt belonging. I felt loved. It just really made me feel comfortable. And then they're all interacting with each other and posting pictures about their workouts that day and what they were doing for their fitness and for their health. And that is the true My People, is when you're really making people feel heard and seen and connected. And so today is the first day that I'm really telling you that I am finally ready to do the thing regarding my fitness, because I finally feel like I have a good guide and a plan to be able to reach the goals that I want and to finally be able to follow through with the things that I say that I'm wanting to do. And so it's been feeling so weird because I'm literally the spokesperson for Do the Thing. And then I've felt, I don't want to say a walking contradiction because I've been vocal about this 15 pounds that I've been wanting to get off. I even did a comedy routine about it. So I definitely have been open about it, but I also wanted to be able to do it, right? And not just talk about it. And so now one of the things I did, I stopped doing podcast interviews for the summer. So I removed something from my schedule because I know how important my health is for me and my fitness. And you know what? Even more important than that, it's my mental fitness. It's me saying I want to do something and then being able to follow through with that. And so I think it's that piece of the community that's really making me feel like I'm finally in a safe place to be able to get this extra weight off and to reach my health and fitness goals. And I was stalking the chat and I got to see her video of her doing a Zoom with the women because they do one 3 times a week. And the one that they did, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I don't know which day it was. But anyway, I watched the whole thing. It was all about, guess what? Them identifying their why. And so as you guys know, that's the I in I'm game, which is identify the why. And so she was able to really get into why it's important to reach your health and fitness goals. And that's the exact language that I love. And so I'm excited because through everything that she's doing, she is following the formula. I am so excited to continue to do the program. And the funniest thing is, so my comedy routine, I talked about my fitness pal and how much I don't like it and it's annoying. And guess what I'm doing? I am logging my food in my fitness pal because she was able to explain why it's important. And I think because I feel like I'm in this safe, supported environment that I just finally feel comfortable doing it. And I feel like I want to do it now. So the whole thing is so cool. And if I'm looking at myself as an experiment for Do the Thing, which I've kind of been doing this whole time, that as I've been writing the book, I'm getting to see how important my people is for me. And I really want to be in a place with other people that are doing the same thing as me. So that is how the Do the Thing community is built, is by implementing the formula. And really anyone can do it just by knowing the pieces. And I'm excited to say that Warrior Mom Fitness is doing it and that I am in the program and excited to see what comes from that for me. And then for you guys, for the Get Fit Challenge, I did ask Whitney if she would join me on some of the Facebook Lives and the Zooms, and she agreed. So that's exciting. You guys will get to meet her as well. We're going to be doing the Get Fit Challenge in the singles community, and that's going to be starting soon. So stay tuned for the Get Fit Challenge, and I will continue to update my progress because I'm going to use the podcast as my form of accountability to finally get back to the fitness level and the health level that I really like to. But even more than that, I'm going to be able to trust myself again to follow through with the things that I say I want to do in terms of my health and my fitness goals. So I'm excited about having you guys on this journey, and I will keep you posted. And do the thing. Don't wait for opportunity. Create it.
Thanks for listening to the Do the Thing podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show, but even more, we hope you'll be inspired to do the thing. Do you have a burning question on doing the thing that you'd like answered? How about an inspiring Do the Thing story of your own that you'd like to share? We'd love to hear all about it. Just leave us a voice message at dothething.callcast.co or email us at hello@dothethingpodcast.com.